Welcome back to another episode of Off Air with Casey and Kristen. I'm Kristen, he's Casey, and thanks again, Food City, for always sponsoring this podcast. We really appreciate it. And it is July, and we are officially on baby watch.
Yeah, it's getting really close now. We're due date a little less than 3 weeks away, but when we don't know exactly, obviously, that one of these. You think of all the millions of babies that have been born over time, they still can't figure out when exactly it's going to be.
I know. That's just because that's
the mystery of life.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah. So we have no idea when, but yeah, the due date is a little under 3 weeks away. So it's getting pretty close now. But yeah, we did a little parenting 101 class this past weekend.
Do you feel prepared?
Heck no. Heck no. We had some very helpful and useful information. But remembering it whenever we get in the fire, who knows?
The fact that you're even doing parenting 101 classes just shows that you guys are going to be great parents. Well, I'm confident.
Thank you. Yes. So I definitely will be having a lot of questions for you over the months and years to come.
Well, I'm still figuring it out too. You just kind of.
You got a head start on me though, so you would be able to answer some questions from personal experience.
That's true.
I've never done this before.
That's true. Sometimes you just got to wing it.
Yeah. That is true too. I guess the goal is as long as the kid wakes up in the morning, is breathing, and you put him down at the end of the day, he's breathing. It's a successful day.
There you go.
So yeah, very exciting, also nerve-wracking, but yeah, we're getting, it's now weeks away, not months away. Like when we found out it was, I think in December, it was like, oh, okay, like August, like that's, now it went from months, now it's down to weeks.
Another thing happening in August, the Speedway Classic.
Weird. That's coming up really, really fast. That's just over a week away. I went out there on Monday. We were filming some things. We're doing a 30-minute special here at the station that is going to air.
Spoiler alert.
Well, yeah, it's not a surprise, but it's going to air at 2:30 in the afternoon on the day of the game on Fox. The game is on Fox at 7:00 that night. But Heather Williams and I were out there on Monday shooting some what we call stand-ups and intros for that special coming up, I guess, next week already. Hard to believe. But yeah, so it was, when I walked down there, it was amazing because I was there the first time they let me in maybe about a month ago, but I had not been back since then. And they have done a lot since I had been there. The stands, the temporary stands on the field were all up and looking good. And they were working on the field that day and actually got to see the tarp crew who was working that day in action, because when we were there, it started raining and about 7 or 8 guys, they pulled that tarp up and down and they were watering the dirt at one point before the rain. So it looks like they could have played a baseball game. The day we were there, they could have played a game that day. And yeah, so it's crazy. They built 2 clubhouses for each team inside the infield. The Braves, if you've seen the renderings of it, the Braves clubhouse dugout the clubhouse is going to be like behind the outfield wall, kind of where they had to tear down some of the Goodyear building. That's kind of where the Braves clubhouse is. The Reds clubhouse is going to be kind of behind home plate, closer to where the media center is now. And the Braves are the visiting team for this game. So they will be in the first base dugout. The Reds will be on the third base.
I wonder how they decided that.
Well, this series of games was scheduled to be in Cincinnati. So they're going to play next week on Thursday and Friday in Cincinnati. Then both teams are going to get on a plane, come to Tennessee, play Saturday, and then Sunday will be an off day. So instead of typically you'll play like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday series, they're going to play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday will be the off day rather than Thursday typically would have been the off day if this game was going to be in Cincinnati. So yes, that's how they're going to do that. So that's why this is technically a game that would be played in Cincinnati that is getting moved to Bristol. So the Reds are actually losing a home game to play in the Speedway Classic.
Well, you taught me something today. Thank you for all your
wisdom. Happy to help. I'm curious to find out some more information. I think they're going to have some more media opportunities to get some more pictures and videos as we get closer. Again, we're about almost a week away now, but yeah, it's getting to the point now you can look at the rotation list for the 2 teams. Like, okay, who's going to be the starting pitcher potentially for these? And actually one local thing that happened, the Braves called up Sullivan East grad Hunter Stratton, who they traded for about a month ago from the Pirates. He's been in AAA ever since the Braves traded for him. They called him up to the big league club today.
How cool would that be?
Oh, my gosh. You talk about storybook. And now he's a relief pitcher. But, I mean, if he were, one, just to be on the active roster for the game, and then two, what if he is that and then got the pitch in the game like 5 minutes from where he grew up?
That'd be so cool.
Would be
That'd
awesome.
Be so cool. In a very, historic.
Oh, I mean, could you imagine when he was in high school pitching for Sullivan East and you're like, hey, in like 12, I don't know how old it is, 12 years, you're going to be playing a professional baseball game inside Bristol Motor Speedway. He would have been like, you're crazy.
So did you interview him? Were you here at the time or no?
No, I
believe. That was before your time.
I believe. Yeah, I'll do some quick Google searching, but I don't ever recall covering him. Now, he meight've been here whenever I first got here, but no offense to Hunter Stratton, but I mean, he wasn't like a big time recruit. Ethan, so he's 28. Okay, so Hunter Stratton is 28. I don't know what year that would have been graduated high school. So actually, I probably was here when he was that would have been my early time here, but he was not like a big time prospect that went to a major college so I may have covered a game of his, but I had no idea who Hunter Stratton was at the time. And even like Evan Carter, who's with the Rangers now. Yeah. I mean, I remember him, but he was he was going to Duke. They're decent, but it wasn't like he wasn't like being a 5-star recruit that everybody in the country was trying to get at. So, Gavin Cross was different, when he played here, he was like, okay, this kid, went to Virginia Tech. But yeah, it's
funny how baseball is kind of like that though. You know, like it's just, you kind of never know.
Evan Carter, again, he went, a second round pick during the COVID year, ended up turning down college, went right to the Rangers organization, and then was playing a key role in them winning the World Series a couple years ago when a couple years before that, he was playing literally for Elizabeth in high school.
Wild.
Yeah.
What a wild story.
So yeah, exciting about that game. So we don't know. We know there are some very limited tickets, I believe, still available. I think the BMS has put out, but certainly it's going to be very busy around town. I think for the second half of next week, you're really interested about the fan zone that they're putting together. Yeah. That's going to start on Saturday, I believe, at 12 o'clock. But now one difference I do want to say before you get into this about the race week, when there's things going on there, anybody can walk around down there in the zones or whatever. But this fan zone, you have to have a ticket to the game to be able to go into this fan zone, because if you've driven by Volunteer Parkway right by the racetrack, there are pretty high fences up around the main entrance of BMS.
Oh,
so this is you need a ticket to the game to get to the fan zone. So cool. Just keep that in mind.
Well, I am hoping to be there. Sounds like it. That's the plan. And can let you know what's going on down there. I'm hoping that you'll get to be able to, maybe make a trip. I don't know what you're going to be doing that whole day, but if you could come visit me in the fan zone, maybe we could play some games, test your abilities. It looks like there's going to be some fun little games down there. So I'd like to have some competition, know?
Yeah, the fan zone starts at 12 o'clock.
So maybe you'll have time.
Yeah, I do know that we did get all the people that, the station filled out for credentials, got credentials. Now, still don't know where that means we're going to be inside the racetrack. I have no idea about any of that stuff. But so I know I will be on property in some capacity doing something, but still working through all those details of what that is. I know we're doing our 10 o'clock. The game's on Fox. So right after the game is over, our 10 o'clock newscast. We did this a couple years ago with the race. You and I on Easter Sunday.
Yes.
Our 10 o'clock news kind of became a post-race / newscast. And so this time we're going to do the same thing, a post-game show / newscast. So I know I'm involved in that after the game. But where I'll be at during the game.
So watch our coverage on WCYB because we'll have coverage all day long.
And maybe even the days leading up to it too.
Oh, absolutely. And if you don't have tickets and you want tickets, we're giving away tickets on the shows. So you can watch Channel 5 during the early shows. That's what we call them, 5:36. We ask a question. You can answer the question. You don't even have to be right. And you're entered into the competition to win 4 tickets. We're giving away 4 tickets every day.
On Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
On Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
We already
sorry.
gave them Wednesday's coming
Yes.
on, so we've already given away Wednesdays. So we got Thursday and Friday.
And $100 Food City gift card.
Yes.
So really neat. So if you need tickets and you're like, gosh, I'm really lucky. And I know baseball trivia.
You don't even need to know the trivia. That's the best
true.
thing. You just have
to participate.
Yes. Yeah.
So just participate. It's fun.
Yeah.
We participated today. The question was,
do you remember the question?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Who had first base? Something.
The Braves single season home run record by a first baseman. It was Fred McGriff, Freddie Freeman, Matt Olson, and I don't even remember who they had listed fourth. You asked
Homer?
me, who
Homer?
was?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. Never heard of the guy. But I said Fred McGriff, the crime dog, and that was incorrect. You called your husband, who's a rabid Braves fan. He also guessed Fred McGriff.
He was also.
But it's Matt Olson.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, at 54 home runs. He was the guy who replaced Freddie Freeman after he left to go to the Dodgers. But yeah, he had 54 home runs. But as your husband said, he hasn't done much since that season.
So.
But hey, he's got the record for the Braves.
He can say that.
He can. You buried the lead a little bit. We didn't touch on it, but this is not a recording of like May's or April's or March or February's podcast. But Kristen went on another trip overseas again.
Okay, I didn't go overseas every single month.
You did in May.
Just May.
Yeah.
And then July. Yay.
Yes.
I did. I went to Sweden. My best friend from high school, I've known her since we were 14 years old. So
like 2/3 of your life.
Yes, a very long time. I always say this, like I grew up in military, so I don't really have like a friend that I've known since birth. Like a lot of people have friends that they've known since kindergarten or first grade.
Around a lot.
And I moved around a lot. Now there are people that I know of, but like no close friends. So she is one of my very close friends that I've known for a very long time. And she got married this past weekend in Stockholm, Sweden. She is a dual citizen.
Okay.
So she grew up in both Sweden and America. And obviously we met in America when she was in high school with me in Georgia. And we've just stayed friends this whole time. And she asked me to be her matron of honor. Big deal. So of course I said yes. And flew in. I left on Wednesday. Luckily, if you follow this podcast at all, you've known my horrible travel journeys from May. Luckily, the flights all went smoothly. Everything was on time.
Wow.
If anything, flights were early.
Oof.
So I got through everything. I mean, even my like layovers, like I had plenty of time in each place. Like I planned that out. Going through customs at different places. That all went smoothly. So all in all, a good flying trip. Got to Sweden on Thursday in enough time to like go out to dinner with her and her family. And then we did a lot of wedding things. Like the next day we like went to the church and looked at it to kind of see what we needed to bring and do. And just helped her kind of like prepare things, like set up the table with like the favors and like whatnot. So we did a bunch of that kind of stuff. And and then the wedding was Saturday, and it's very interesting. The Swedish weddings, the traditions, are kind of different from ours. So a typical American wedding, I would say, what time do you think your wedding ended? Like 11 o'clock?
Like the reception?
Yeah.
I think it was like maybe 10 to 10:30.
10 to 10. I would say that's like a normal time. And usually they end because it's like
and it's like 11. I think you'd be off property.
Right.
At 11.
The vendors are like off property. A Swedish wedding lasts until 3 a.m.
Oh.
At bare minimum.
Oof.
And then there's after parties that you go to that I learned. And
What time did the wedding start?
So the wedding started at, oh my goodness, good question. What time did it start? It was an all-day event.
Wow.
What time did the actual ceremony begin? Like, I think the ceremony might have been at like 4.
Okay, so
maybe.
So that's a full day right there.
It was a full day. I mean, but for us too, we got up in the morning and, you got to get ready and do your makeup and all those things. It might have been earlier. The ceremony might have been at like
3 a.m. is when the party ends, and then there's an after party after 3 a.m.
The wedding ceremony might have been like at 3, because I'm pretty sure, or 3:30. I don't remember. I just remember like she had her first look. She did like first look photos at like 1.
Okay.
And then we got on a bus, went to the church. Maybe it was 4 by the time we like walked down the aisle, I think. But anywho,
I mean, I was thinking like, okay, if it goes till 3, does it maybe not start till like 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening? No, it's an afternoon. Wow.
Though things are later. So then like, okay, so we went to the church, we bussed to the church, we had the wedding ceremony, which I understood not one word. It was all in Swedish except for a poem that her sister.
And the I do parts, right? Yeah,
yes. Not even that.
Not even that.
No, that's all in Swedish.
Okay.
That was all, it was like, yeah,
whatever I do is in Sweden.
Everything was in Swedish. The whole thing except for like her husband's name is Ivar, and he his sister sang a song and his dad played the piano during the ceremony, which was really nice. Again, don't know what the song was about, but I'm sure it was about love or something.
It sounded nice. You could tell.
It sounded like it was about love. And then Lee's sister got up and did a poem, and she read a poem, and the poem was in English. So I did understand the poem.
But you gave a speech, right? So you gave a speech in English, and no one understood what you were saying.
Yeah. So then, no, not true, because we're like the only country that like doesn't speak more than one language. So everyone at the wedding that was there, that was Swedish, can speak English. Okay. We just don't speak any other languages.
Okay. So everybody knew what you were saying. You don't know what everyone else is saying.
Yes. Now, some people's English was better than others, of course, but everyone could understand us because they speak in Sweden, everyone speaks English too. Okay. So
they could be talking about you and you making fun of you. You'd have no idea because they could do it like a little laugh, haha, and then they're like, look at that, and then you're like, yeah, that's me.
Absolutely. They could.
I know they didn't, but that'd be funny.
So we were known as the Americans. We were the Americans that came. But yeah, then we went back to the reception area. It was like a very nice hotel. They had a cocktail hour. The cocktail hour lasted for a couple of hours.
So that's an oxymoron, a cocktail, just like the happy hour is multiple hours.
It was multiple hours. Yeah, They had champagne and little like finger food, very Swedish finger foods. Like,
any Swedish fish?
No Swedish fish. Just lots of fish though, like actual fish and caviar and stuff. That's big over there. So had that, and then
I saw a picture you posted. You had venison, right?
Yes.
That seemed like that'd be pretty pricey.
It was amazing.
Good,
I have never eaten venison that didn't come from like the backwoods of Buchanan County.
Your first Swedish venison.
I've never had like
you've had Appalachian venison.
I've had Appalachian deer meat. I've never had like a thick cut prepared venison like at a high fancy restaurant. It had like a lingonberry sauce. I don't know if you've heard of lingonberries. That's like a Swedish thing. That's what they serve, like Swedish meatballs. You get lingonberries with it. Anywho, so it had like a lingonberry jam. It was phenomenal. It was so good. But it was basically like having a filet. I mean, it was very good. And then, yes, I gave a speech. That's another thing about Swedish weddings. While you eat, people give speeches. And you have, it's very typical at a Swedish wedding, you have something called a toast madame or a toast. I can't remember the man version, but yes. So she had a toast madame, 2 toast madames, which was Ivar's sister and one of the other bridesmaids who speaks Swedish and English. And they get up and they kind of MC the event.
All right.
So they MC the event and keep track of all the speeches and when they need to go. So there were 11 speeches. So while you eat, though, there's like a speech.
It's like dinner and a show.
It is. And I mean, some people sang, some people did a dance.
Yeah, dinner and a show. It's like a talent show.
Yeah. And I actually loved it, though. It was very like, it didn't feel like it was like dragging on. Like you're like, oh God, another one. Like it felt like it went by.
Because they're doing something.
Yeah. And everyone's telling like really fun stories or funny stories. So I really liked that tradition because it was like very personal. There was a lot of like just nice things, So, and you got to learn a little bit. So I gave my speech.
Do you think it's because of like the culture? I mean, like America, we're all go, 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 go. And like, are they a little more laid back, relaxed? Because I feel like over here, if you had a wedding with 11 people speaking, people would be like, I'm leaving. Like, this is ridiculous.
Definitely. I feel like the time is, I mean, just even at restaurants, for instance, if you go at a restaurant, order dinner and everything, we expect the check as soon as we're finished eating, the check to be there. You almost have to ask for the check. Like, they're not coming to see if you need it. Like, they expect you to
relax,
stay.
Enjoy.
Exactly. Versus we're like, gotta go, So I think that might also have something to do with it. But I also was like, nobody's going to stay here. It's going to be young people at 3 a.m. But like, everyone was there hanging. Like, the parents were hanging, the grandparents, like everyone was rallying. So
very cool. You got to experience a new tradition like that. See how other cultures do weddings. I mean, like I said, obviously you've been to many American weddings, but
right. So then what was funny, at like 4 a.m., I was like, okay, I got to go to bed because I got to pack because my flight was at 8 o'clock.
Oh boy. From
Sweden. And so I was like, 8 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, I cannot, no after parties for me. Like, I got to go, I got to pack. So I packed, I put on my clothes that I was going to wear to the airport because I was like, I'm going to be ready to get out of this bed and go. There's other guy that was at the wedding who was also from America. We were going to share an Uber because his flight was early too. And so I get up at 7 o'clock. I go out to sit down to like wait for my flight. And I'm sitting on the bench at the hotel. It's quiet. Like, nobody's outside. It's like 7 in the morning.
You're waiting for your Uber.
I'm waiting for my Uber. And all of a sudden this car rolls up. And I'm like, what? And out gets like 5 people from the wedding that were like there the night before. And I'm like, have you guys not slept? And they were like, no, we just got back. Like, they just got back from the after party. Hadn't slept.
With the guy that you were waiting for to share an Uber
No,
with?
he never showed up. And then I found out later he missed his flight. Oh. Too much to drink. Oh, boy. So I just kept going. Now, the only thing that I did do wrong, I will say this about myself, oops, which it was my fault. When I was doing Uber, I was typing in, the airport's called Arlanda Airport. So I typed it in and I was going back and forth between there and Bolt, which is like the European version of Uber. So I was trying to figure out which one would be cheaper because it was like a $50 Uber to the airport. So I'm like trying to figure out, well, I type it in one time and I'm like, oh, this is so much cheaper. This is like $11. So I was like, I'm going to get this really fast. So I hit it. The guy comes, I get in the Uber. He's like, are you flying? He's Kurdish. He doesn't speak like hardly any English. And he's like, are you flying? Like, fly? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, okay. He's like, I think you need to go here. And I'm like, okay. He drops me off at a train station. Like, so I was like, did I ask for that? Like, what happened? So I look at my phone and I had typed in the Arlanda train station, not the airport. So here I am at this train station, but it was actually very easy to navigate. So I bought a train ticket and went by train to the airport.
Oh, there you go.
I went by Uber, by train, but I was like, you know what? Either way, we're going to make it. So I was a little later than I thought it was going to be, but it
still made the flight home.
Still made the flight, unlike my other poor friend who didn't make it.
Well, it sounds like you had a great time.
Had a great time. Yeah. So
awesome.
Go to Sweden. Go to visit Sweden if you haven't. It's a beautiful country.
There's your public service message. All right, let's bring in Ethan now for our game this week. Ethan, our blind ranking resume game.
All right, guys. So this week, I don't have sports leagues, but I have the sports, specifically the playoffs. I don't think Kristen's watching like a regular season NBA game, so it's like your favorite playoffs of all these leagues, if that makes sense.
I got news for you. She's not watching NBA playoff games either, but you get right ahead.
Well, that's an easy 5 for her then.
What? I am not going to know any of this.
Yeah, you will. He'll like pop through March Madness will be in here. NFL playoffs.
Okay.
Things like that. Yeah.
All right. We'll give it a go.
So first we're going to rank the newest and the one that will possibly be changed soon, the college football playoff.
2?
Well, now it's 12 teams right now. You know, last year was the first year we had the 12-team playoff. Did you like that better or worse than the one before?
I think.
And that's a separate discussion.
That is tough. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I didn't mind it. I didn't hate it.
So you're going to go 2?
2.
Okay. I'm going to go 3 for the college football playoff. I think that, some of the games when you get, it's just like the NFL. I mean, the games aren't always close and competitive, but, some schools, when you expand it, you have teams that maybe really don't deserve to be in a playoff. You just got to fill out a field.
Kind of true, I guess.
So I'm going to go 3 for college football.
And next up, we got Kristen's 5 with the NBA.
NBA playoffs.
Oh, you think that's my 5?
You ever watched a game?
I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't say I'm gonna go 4.
When's the last time you watched an NBA playoff game?
I mean, I like whenever it's on TV, Kegan's watching.
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I wouldn't say like I don't love it, but I think there's gonna be worse.
Okay.
4.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 4 as well.
Oh,
It's not as well. I mean, I at least watch it. I'm surprised that you have watched NBA playoff games, but yeah, I'm gonna go 4 as well. It's really not something. There's a few games I will watch within the playoffs, but in my opinion, it's too long. Every series is best of 7. A lot of times, teams really don't seem like they're trying as much. If they're up 2-0, they take their foot off the gas, or teams that shouldn't even be in the playoffs. So I'm going to go 4 on the NBA.
Next up, we got NFL.
1. Number 1.
Why?
It's just so much fun. I mean, I love it. Big fan. And it's just, I feel like the way our friend group does it too is fun now. Like last year, I feel like was a lot of fun watching games. We, took some bets. We had a little league going. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings and watched games. And like, you care about, when you do stuff like that, you care about games that you normally would never care about. So I don't know. I just love the NFL. I love college too, but like I said, like it's more fun to me that we get to like root for people, or like I'm like pulling for players that like I normally wouldn't care about.
I would go 1 as well. I mean, it is definitely America's most popular sport by a wide margin. We can't say the world because it's soccer in the rest of the world, but in the USA, NFL is a monster machine. So yes, it is my favorite. They have expanded them in recent years, so it is nice to have more games. But again, the one thing when you keep getting more is you kind of water it down a little bit, and you're going to get a lot of duds in there, but you will get the great games. And I mean the championship games, of course, then the Super Bowl. I hate the 2 week for the Super Bowl. I wish they would go back to the Super Bowl is like the week after the championship games. I hate the 2 week wait.
Yeah.
Between the championship games and the Super Bowl. But yeah, it's an easy number 1 for me.
Same.
March Madness up next.
Number 2, I was waiting for that. That's why March Madness, fantastic. I like it better than college football playoff. Just the fact that you can watch college basketball games from noon to midnight, 16 games a day, multiple screens. The multi-view is the greatest invention ever. Awesome. Love those. The Thursday, Friday March Madness is as good as it gets. And I love college basketball March Madness.
I'm going to go 3 with that one. And I, so far, am very happy with my rankings. Not upset about it at all. I would still say I would watch college football playoffs before I would watch March Madness. If you gave me the sheet of paper, this is how I would have ranked it.
Okay. But you don't know what's coming next.
I don't, but
we both have only 5
honestly,
left.
I don't feel like it really.
There's nothing that you would put ahead of what has already come.
No, probably
There's
not.
one before. There's one. It's not a postseason. So, but if it was a sporting event, it would be different. But yeah, so I don't know what's coming next, but I'm pretty happy with my list too.
All right, what you got, Ethan?
So is MLB y'all's least favorite?
Probably. I mean, I might have put MLB before NBA. Now, if that is what it is.
It is.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I would have put that at 4 and then NBA playoffs at 5. But I'm not like heartbroken at my choices, unlike a couple weeks before.
Yeah, I think I'm happy with that being 4. It would be a toss-up for me. I probably would still lean NBA 4 for me because, I mean, I still play basketball. That's the sport I played growing up. I played baseball until I got to high school. Then I stopped playing baseball. And, of course, being from Pittsburgh, the Pirates have sucked forever other than like a 3-year stretch about maybe 7 or 8 years ago. They made the playoffs. But other than that, yeah, I mean, for me, I probably would still have baseball behind. Now, if the Pirates are good, it may be different, but right now, it's an easy 5 for me.
Awesome. Well, there
No
you go.
winners. You guys just agree. It's just
So,
like a perfect list.
The only difference we had was I have March Madness 2. Kristen had college football playoffs 2. So I guess, Ethan, the difference is what do you think between March Madness and college football? Whatever you think is better, that's got to be the winner. That's the only difference we had.
I mean, obviously, there's not really winners in this game, but my opinion, and this is not me playing into the joke, it's March Madness would be better than college football. Just because that first round of college football was such a dud, and it wasn't as fun as.
That we've done this.
But this was the closest one.
But this was for real. Like March Madness is better.
Oh, so you're saying the other ones weren't for real?
No, the other ones might have been a lie.
Okay, well, at least I got you to admit it.
The one I want to do one of these weeks is sporting events, because he did this was just playoffs,
right?
But that opens it up,
sporting events.
Sport like a specific event, like a Super Bowl, like it's a game, the national championship game, like then you can get like the Masters in there, different things like that, whatever. So yeah, I want to do that one of these days. Let's get some snacks. And
very quickly, we have a snack.
And we also need to give a prediction for the Speedway Classic after the snack.
Okay, so the snack really fast is from Sweden.
Hi.
You mentioned Swedish fish. Swedish fish is not really a Swedish thing.
It's an American thing, huh?
No, they might have it there. I don't know. I didn't really check. But candy is very big in Sweden, and candy is very, it's still like the scoopable kind. So I brought home like a 2-pound bag of just scooped candy. Like
you brought a lot of candy back from Croatia, did you not?
I did, yes. So this is like Swedish. This is like the most famous gummy candy in Sweden.
Okay.
I did also bring chocolate bars, but today for the podcast, I put them up, and the husband and child ate both chocolate bars.
You didn't put it high enough, apparently.
For the podcast.
Yeah.
So no chocolate this week.
Way to go, guys.
But I did bring Bilar. This is the Swedish candy that my best friend used to bring me in high school when she would go to Sweden and come back. And it says right here, this translates to Sweden's most bought car.
There you go.
Because they're little cars.
You know what? I would rather have tried this than the chocolate, because I feel like chocolate is something like everybody has chocolate, but
so you can see their little cars.
They almost look like submarines.
Riley called them marshmallows. Just a little gummy candy. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Don't even try to read it. You won't know.
Yeah.
Bilar. It's very good.
I'll give it a 4.
Oh, God.
You disagree?
Yeah. They're so good.
What do you think?
10 out of 10.
A 10?
I love these. And you can only get them in Sweden. They're nostalgic for me.
You're ranking this ahead of my mother's apple pie.
I give your mom a 10.
You did give it a 10?
Of course.
So this is on the same level as a homemade apple pie candy from a scoop in Sweden? Mom, remember that. No more pie for Kristen.
I like a lot of things, okay? Okay, 9.
Better.
Okay.
All right, before we go, Speedway Classic, we are not doing a podcast next week. So this will be our last one before the game on August 2nd. I don't think it's going to be a surprise. You're going to say the Braves are going to win. Mm-hmm. But what do you think the score is going to be?
7-2.
7-2 Braves. Any home runs for any of your favorite players there?
All of them. No, I'm just kidding.
Acuna
yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay. Riley.
Austin Riley. All right. You're going 7-2 Braves.
Honestly, though, it'll probably be flipped because the Braves stink this year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't follow the standings too closely, but I did look earlier in the week, and the Braves, when I looked, I think it was on Monday. Ethan, was that Monday night we were looking at? I think we looked at standings on Monday.
Yeah, I'll look them up real quick.
Okay, yeah, I think when we looked on Monday, the Braves were like 11 games out of the last wild card spot. They're even further out of their division. So
Okay.
they have like next to no, it's not impossible, but they have like maybe a 1% chance of making the playoffs. The Reds were, I believe, 3 games out of the last wild card spot. So they definitely are playing for something just to be different. Ethan, what we got here?
You know, we're gonna have fun. That's all that matters.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The Braves are gonna have fun.
We got Cincinnati's 2.5 out, and the Braves are 10.5 out of the wild card.
Out of wild card, yeah. And this was as of this is through Wednesday.
Yeah.
We taped this podcast this week. All right, I'm going to go the Reds. Pirates are an NL Central guy. I got a good friend, Terry Renozzi. He's a big Reds fan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I'm going to go Reds win. I hope that we get a fireworks. I'm going to say 9-8 Reds. A lot of runs, a lot of offense, and Ellie De La Cruz has a big game for the Reds.
All right,
9-8. But yeah, it's going to be a spectacle. It's hard to believe it's been 9 years almost since the football game here between Tennessee and Virginia Tech. So great to have another non-traditional racing event there. First ever Major League Baseball game in the state of Tennessee. So again, no podcast next week, but we will certainly recap our experiences for the Speedway Classic after in our next podcast, the first one after the game. Thanks again to Food City for sponsoring the Off-Air podcast. Thanks again for watching. Glad you're back from Sweden, and we'll see you guys in a couple weeks.